Downtown, TJ Brown, man. Welcome back to the show. What's good, man?
Man, it's all good on my part, man. Thank you guys for having me again, man.
No doubt. Now, yeah, last August, Vegas Contender Series, third round finish. You got the contract, but was there anything about that fight, you didn't really like?
Man, of course, being dropped in the first round, that was for sure unexpected, but it gave me an opportunity to really display my heart, and my will to win, and let people know, I'm dangerous every round of fight, and you're going to put me away to get rid of me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming hard all three rounds, and it just gave me an opportunity to really display my heart and will, and you know,
You had your family there, man. Your
uh,
fiance, your son, everybody's there that's important to you. You get the contract, like after you get that contract, did you make any changes to your life in general, after signing putting that pen to paper?
Uh, man, not really, man. This is the life I live. I've been doing this for I guess 9 years now, man. This is my life. Like people ask me what I do. I mean, this is it. I've been doing things like a professional for years now, and I'm just finally reaping the benefits from it, man. I've been treating this the way it should be treated as a profession for years, and I'm just now reaping the benefits.
Coming up, in the regional scene, and now you are in the UFC, do you look at the regional scene as comparable to maybe like college, and now you're in the professional leagues? Do you look at it like that?
Man, sort of, like I'd say like the LFA,
Mhm.
and things like that are kind of on its way up. And now the UFC, that would be the NFL or the
Mhm.
MLB, as you would call it. So, man, it feels good to be here. I felt like I always deserved to be here. And I just finally had the opportunity to show everybody that who I am and what I've been telling everybody for all these years.
That fight was around 6 months ago. That's a pretty long break. Were you looking to
Yeah.
get back as quick as
Yeah.
possible, or were you sidelined with injuries? What was going on in
Man,
that time?
that's a great question. If you look at my 2019, I fought 5 to 6 times
Mhm.
that year, and that's the way I like to keep it. I like quick turnarounds. I like to take fights as soon as possible, and that was my plan. After that fight, I even said in a few interviews that I was ready to go. That man, get me a fight, but man, turns out I got back home. My knee was bothering me, and I went and got an MRI, and I had tore my MCL, man. So I had to take some time out, get my knee right. But man, my knee's 100% now. Camp's been going great, and hell, we're ready to go.
What was the recovery like, or the rehab?
Well, luckily, a guy trains our gym from Innovative Spine Rehab. He's a physical therapist, and he did most of my therapy as well as my strength conditioning coach. He's also a PT, so they took really good care of me, man. A really hands-on day-to-day process, and man, got me back. And man, I don't see any issues with it now. So.
Once you got back into training, back into the mix of things, did you go outside of Arkansas to do any training in that period, or were you just in your
Yeah,
hometown, in
man.
your area?
Yeah, we've actually did a lot of cross training within the last few months. Me and, as me, Brice Mitchell, my teammate, we've been doing a lot of cross training. We went to Oklahoma, we went to Texas, went up close to Missouri these last couple weekends. So to name drop a few, Matt Grice, he's a UFC veteran. We went up to his gym. We went to Chris Brennan's gym at Next Generation in Frisco, Texas, and I went up towards the Missouri area and trained with those guys, T.J. Britton and Ron Mossberg, and them guys up in that area. So, and we've also brought a few people in. We've got several BJJ Brazilian black belts in the gym right now. So, been a lot of cross training going on. Not to say that we don't have it here in Arkansas, but it's nice to kind of mix it up and bring those guys in and get some different looks.
Definitely getting different looks is beneficial for any fighter. What particular part of your game do you feel like you have elevated by getting these different looks?
You know, man, with Rolly Delgado, he's brought in so many high level, world class jiu-jitsu guys that, man, I really feel like my jiu-jitsu is on another level right now. Like, it's really on another level. My stand up steadily improving too with my Muay Thai coach, Bill Barton. I really have pulled together a few little secret tricks I hope to show this coming up fight. but man, everything's going great. But man, my jiu-jitsu is on a whole nother level right now, as well as my wrestling. Luckily, my brother, he's a Division I wrestler for Euler. They have their first year D1 program here in Arkansas, and their coach Neil has allowed me to come wrestle with their college team and practice with them, and that's been a great experience, and it's really helped my wrestling quite a bit.
It's probably fun for them too because they get to
It
wrestle
is,
with a
man.
UFC fighter, right?
Yeah, man. Some of them kids, we're back in the locker room. They're kind of starstruck, and I'm like, man, they. Hopefully, I'm setting a good example of them kids and just getting in there and grinding, and I think it's great for both of us. You're right.
Yeah, definitely. Anything new to your regimen though? Like anything outside of the training room recovery?
Adding to that Euler, but outside of training, my diet's going really well. Clean Eatery is a meal prep company here locally, and man, my weight is coming down. I'm ahead of schedule with my weight, and because of my nutrition, and man, that takes a lot of stress off me having that meal prep company take such good care of me. So that's new. But outside of that, man, it's just the same old me, man, getting in here grinding.
I like that you keep it local, man. How important is it for you to keep a lot of what you do local?
Well, it helps me. I kind of carry a little chip on my shoulder, man. Nobody really expects much from here in Arkansas, man, and I carry a sense of pride in myself, knowing we coming from Arkansas and from a smaller city, and man, I want to show everybody, we've got what it takes, and also it'll help inspire some of the younger guys coming up into fighting and show them, man, it's possible, man. We have the bodies here, we have the knowledge here, and if you're willing to put in the work, then we're capable to do it, and I want to be an example for that.
Yeah, when you have sponsors jump on and help you, and they see the benefits of that, they'll jump on and help the younger guys coming up too, man. I think that it goes both ways. A lot of people don't look at it that way, but I think it does help the younger guys, like you said.
100%, man. And we got a good crop of guys coming out right now. Everybody hears about me and Brice, but man, I've got some young starting pros and amateurs that are really nipping at my heels, man. That are hungry to get up here, and man, I look to see some bright things that coming out of our gym, man.
Yeah, for sure. Now, UFC debut, UFC Norfolk, Virginia, not too far from home. A lot of guys are going overseas for their debut. Does it really matter to you, or are you just trying to get into that octagon?
Man, dude, I'm just so ready to. I've been waiting on this moment for so long, man. So I wouldn't care if it was here or across seas or wherever, man. I'm just ready to get in there. But man, hopefully, one of these fights on my contract, I'll get to go overseas, man. That would be an amazing experience.
It's pretty wild that your son, Kyler, he predicted the arm triangle finish. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but he did. I think a couple hours before the fight, right? And what is his prediction for this fight against Jordan Griffin?
I don't know. We need to ask him. He's right there. Should we go
get him? Yeah.
Kyler, come here. We need you, man. Here he comes, man. Give him just a second.
Exclusive right here. We gotta get the exclusive.
Man, here. So, Kyler, we want to know, how do you predict me winning this fight? Head kick knockout.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, Kyler. Now, yeah, wow, man. Griffin, man, fellow Contender Series guy. Thoughts on his style of fighting and what he brings to the octagon?
Oh man, so he's out of Duke Rufus's gym. So that's a great name gym. Those guys got some great kickboxing. I think he's dangerous standing, and he's got some submission wins. He's nobody for me to overlook whatsoever. But I fully believe that I come in there with my full focus and I'm on my game. I'm sure to put this guy away.
He's a tough guy because he's in his two UFC fights. He's faced some very good fighters, Dan Ige, Chas Skelly. He lost by decision, but man, he went to the judges with these guys. Tough competition.
Right, he's a tough guy, man. He
mentally
really
preparing for Griffin, right? Do you expect the toughest fight of your career, or are you thinking it's just another fight?
Man, so I'm training, man. So I like the philosophy, man. I try to almost train scared, and then I go in there with full confidence, and I do that every fight. I believe that he's very dangerous. But like I said, I'm very confident that if I go in there and fight how I'm supposed to fight and do all the small things right, that I'll put him away, man. Because man, you'll see me like I'm a finisher. It doesn't matter first round, second round. I've got finishes in the first round, the second round, and the third round, and I'm very confident in my conditioning. I'm very confident in my technique and my physicality. That I'm just going to be too much for him to handle, man. I feel like, but whatever happens, we're willing to do it, man. And the proof's in the pudding, man. Mm-hmm. So I'll let my actions speak.
Everybody knows you got a great cast and crew in Arkansas. You mentioned earlier that your jiu-jitsu is at another level, which is pretty surprising. It's not surprising, but it's something like, wow, because your jiu-jitsu is already crazy. Yeah. And Brice Mitchell, your teammate, just popped off a twister last year. Like, what are you gonna do, man? Are you gonna break a record or something?
Dude, y'all are sleeping. I swear the UFC is sleeping on him, man. Like, he's a quiet, like, country boy, like, good old boy dude. But I'm telling you, the UFC is sleeping on him. Y'all don't understand. I fully believe you put him in there with the champ, and if Brice Mitchell takes him to the ground, he'll submit him. Like, I truly believe that. Like, he just, he's not a loudmouth guy. He's not really on social media much, but man, he is the truth, guys. And it's a pleasure for me to be able to train with him every day, and it's really leveled my game up, both mentally and physically.
Without revealing too much, what are the keys to the victory against Griffin?
Pressure, man. Pressure. I'm gonna come at this guy from bell to bell, and I'm gonna put pressure on him, and I'm gonna take his soul, man. Like I'm in great shape right now. I'm gonna push the pace. I'm gonna put pressure on him, and I'm gonna break him, and that's how the victory's gonna come, man.
Moving on with your career after Griffin, are you just gonna fight anyone the organization sends you, or are you more strategic? Are you gonna be more strategic on who you fight?
That's a great question. It's not really something I've thought about. I'm the type of guy I really try to take one fight at a time and really put my all into this fight coming up. But that's a great question. It's something I'd like to talk over more with my manager, Jason House at Iridium, and my coaches, and we'll take it one step at a time. But let's not get it confused. I'm not getting any younger, right? Mm-hmm. So. The time's now. I want Sean Shelby and Dana to keep me busy. I'm here to work. I'm not here to take long breaks off. I want to win this fight and get the next one rolling, man. So I'll answer that question and take it as it goes. But just know I'm ready to stay busy and I'm here to work.
All right, I'll come back to that in a later interview. Sure. One last thing, man. Success in combat sports, the definition of it is different for every single fighter. There's legacy, there's money, there's belts. What is it for you?
That's a great question, man. I'm not that guy that I didn't walk in the gym and say I was going to be the UFC champion. Like, that wasn't me. I won't lie and say that I claimed that by any means, but I'm kind of taking it one step at a time. I never, when I started, I knew I was going to go pro. I didn't know I was going to make it, but I just kept having success. I kept working hard at what I was doing, taking one fight at a time, and one thing led to another, and I focused on doing the small things right, and here I am today. And I believe that my talents, that I have the ability to beat the best. On my best night, I can beat the best, man, and I believe that. So let me just take one fight at a time and win one fight at a time, and we're going to see just how far I can make it, man. But I honestly believe that on my best night, there's not a man that can beat me, man.
All right, man. I'm looking forward to the Arkansas boys having a big 2020. But it starts for you February 29th, UFC on ESPN Plus 27, Norfolk, Virginia, USA, downtown TJ Brown. Thank you for the time, man. Good luck on the fight. Good luck on everything that's happening in your life, man, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks, man. Right back at you, man.